The Broncos are heading to Nashville looking to make it big, getting set for an AFC battle with the Tennessee Titans. And we are getting you ready for kickoff. Hello, I am Phil Milani alongside Sydney Jones and Eric Delilah. Guys, every game is important, but this one feels a little bit more important, right, Sid?
It definitely does, Phil. I think this is really a tipping point in the season here. You know, looking back to the London game, something that caught my eye, this week, as Russell Wilson said, that was a really big moment for this team. This team has been in some really close games week in and week out. And, looking back at that London game, they were down just like they were in, a lot of games this season, but they were able to make plays when they needed to and come out with the win. So I think that was huge for this team moving forward and moving into that bye week. They're feeling rested right now and ready to go. And yeah, I do think this game is really big on Sunday. If they're able to win this game, they got a couple of easier opponents after that. They have the Raiders and then the Panthers. So maybe they're able to go on a run and get back maybe into the playoff picture here.
Yeah, Russ talks about having to get some momentum, go on a hot streak a little bit. Maybe this is the time for the Broncos. Eric, what do you think? They're coming off the bye. The energy in the building's feeling good right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of this do or die moment. I mean, we can keep talking about being close and being in these one-possession games, but at some point, you've got to go do it, and you've got to get wins, and you've got to start stacking wins. Russell Wilson said you've got to have a playoff mindset this week, and this is probably the biggest test of the season so far, and certainly if you can get the win, it would be your biggest win of the season. Leading the AFC South, a really physical football team, a team that's made the playoffs in each of the last 3 seasons, has been to an AFC championship game. I mean, this team is the type of team that you're going to play in January if you're able to rally and make a run here. And so to get a win, I think it would not only kind of send a message to the league that the Broncos are back in this thing, but I think internally some of these guys who have not made a playoff push before, who have not had a winning season, maybe it sends a message to them that, hey, we can do this.
Yeah, definitely a lot on the line. The Broncos 24-9 all-time coming off of a bye. They should be well-rested, ready for a very physical game. Here's what Russell Wilson had to say about the matchup earlier this week.
You got to have a playoff mentality right now. This is one of those things that you approach, this week, and understand that you're playing a great football team, the Tennessee Titans. They do a lot of great things across the board. We got to be at our best, and we got to bring our A game.
Well, if the Broncos are to get a win, the offense is going to have to stay on the field and score some points. It's all about touchdowns. That's what we heard from Russell Wilson, and that starts with third down, Sydney.
Yeah, absolutely, Phil. And I think Russell said it best this week and able to be better on third down. It starts with first and second down. If they're able to get, more yards on first and second down, they're not going to face these 3rd and 8 situations. They'll be in 3rd and 3s or 3rd and 2s instead. And, I think that's really key to start. And one other thing is this team really needs to limit the penalties here. Those have really hurt them, especially on third down. They're facing these 3rd and long situations that could be easily avoided by correcting some of those easy mistakes.
Yeah, just cleaning up the operation a little bit here. Yeah. The Broncos, if you look at it, they're the most penalized team in the NFL. They have the 2nd worst third down percentage. And to get that fixed this week, a little bit bad timing, Eric, because the Titans have the best third down defense in the NFL.
They do, Phil, and they've got some defensive players who are on the injury report. We'll see if they play. But regardless, this is a team that's really good on third down. They're going to challenge you. And Sydney mentioned the struggles the Broncos have had on 3rd and long. They haven't been very good on 3rd and short either. So they've got to find a way just to make plays in these crucial moments. Offensive coordinator Justin Outten said they're looking at some things schematically. How can we match up a little bit on these third down plays? They've got to figure it out because you're not going to win a lot of football games, and especially against a Tennessee Titans team that likes to run the football, likes to dominate time of possession. If you go 3 and out or you can't convert your third downs and stay on the field, that puts your defense in a really bad spot. So the Broncos have to be good there this week. You want to be closer to 40, 45%. Broncos have not done that so far this season.
Hey, maybe the wristband will help on third down.
Yeah.
We're really talking about that. I don't know. Okay, well, here's what Russ had to say about getting going on third down and staying on the field.
I think your first and second down got to be great. It allows you to be in those situations more times than not. I think it allows you to get in that rhythm as an offense and everything else. So that's something that I think that we're really focused on, is just making sure that, every down is the most important down of the day. And every time you step in the huddle, we got to believe and understand that this play is the one that matters.
On the other side of the ball, the Broncos defense will have a big challenge going up against Derrick Henry. He leads the league in rushing yards. Sydney, how the heck are they going to try and slow this guy down?
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough task, Phil. You mentioned he leads the league in rushing yards right now. He's coming off his 5th consecutive 100-yard game this season, that one being versus the Chiefs on Sunday. And it was the 2nd consecutive game with a pair of rushing touchdowns, too. I mean, he's kind of unstoppable right now. He is this Titans offense. So it is going to be a really tough challenge. And I think defensive coordinator Ejiro Rivera said it best this week. It starts up front. But not only does it start up front, it's going to take this whole defense to really try and slow him down. They can't have one guy consistently trying to tackle him. This whole defense really needs to be physical and ready to roll on Sunday.
We got to swarm to the ball, but that has been an area, as good as this Broncos defense has been, stopping the run, Eric, has been where they struggled.
Yeah, and it's been, I think it's 2 things. One, setting the edge, which is not going to get any easier without Bradley Chubb. Randy Gregory still not back from IR. Those are your 2 biggest guys, or were your 2 biggest guys, your 2 best run stoppers. So going to be a lot on the plate of a guy like Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper, new signing, Jacob Martin, traded for him during the bye. So those guys are going to have a lot on their plate, but it's not just about the edge, which we've seen Travis Etienne get out there, cause some problems. It's also just about assignment football. I think against the Raiders, which was when the Broncos really struggled, you saw some guys maybe try to avoid blocks, go around them to make the play. This is going to be a physical football game. You've just got to sign up for that and know that you're going to have to go through some guys. You're going to have to make plays, and it's got to be at the line of scrimmage. They've got to swarm to the ball there, like Sydney mentioned, because if Derrick Henry gets to the 2nd level and you're counting on a cornerback to make a tackle one-on-one, that's not going to go very well. So they've got to get him at the line of scrimmage, and they've got to probably have their safeties come down, Justin Simmons and Kareem Jackson, and help out there too.
Yeah, and we heard Evero say that it's just been a couple of big bursts. And but if you look at the rest of it, they've been decent. But the Broncos, they're in the top 5 in a lot of defensive categories, but they're 21st in stopping the run. So that is going to be a big priority this week. Nathaniel Hackett, a lot of respect for the Tennessee Titans.
They're winning a lot of football games, and they're doing a really good job on that. In the end, they're a physical team like we talked about, and that's what they want to live by. That's their philosophy. Worked with Coach Downing in my past, and he's the offensive coordinator there, and I know that he's always looking for the pass, but he's also smart enough to know when you have an opportunity to hand the ball to number 22, it's a pretty good idea. So I think that they're a very good football team. Stats are one thing, but record's the end game.
Time to wrap up now with predictions. Sydney, let's start with you.
Phil, I think it's going to be a rather low-scoring game, a physical, kind of ugly game. I'm going to say 13-10 Broncos.
Okay, yeah, I could see that playing out that way. Eric?
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the week I felt better, Phil. We weren't sure if Ryan Tannehill was going to play. KJ Hamler hadn't gotten hurt, but I do still think the Broncos, this is kind of their last gasp at staying in the playoff race. I think they find a way to get it done, but it's not going to be pretty. I think 14-13 Broncos is going to go down right to the end.
Yeah, the Titans really gave Patrick Mahomes and company a tough time last week. But I see the Broncos maybe getting out to an early lead and really dictating the term of play here. I'm going to say 24 for the Broncos and then maybe 10 for the Titans. I think this is a statement win.
So they were doing better when you picked them to lose.
I know. Yeah. People were getting upset at me. They said, go find another job. Hurt my feelings a little bit. But, I'm picking the home team here today. So that's going to do it for us. For Eric Alala and Sydney Jones, I'm Phil Milani. This has been Ready for Kickoff.